How are we doing, folks? Your host Moose here on the Pitt Panthers Football Network as we welcome you to Heinz Field Senior Day here in 2020. Your Pitt Panthers taking on the North Carolina Tar Heels, looking to clinch the ACC Coastal Division and seal their berth into the ACC Championship game for the third straight season and potentially another berth in the college football playoff. It should be a great game here. It's a frigid one out at Heinz Field as we get ready for kickoff between your Pitt Panthers and the North Carolina Tar Heels here at Heinz Field. So we get set to get underway. Of course, like we mentioned, it is senior night for your Pitt Panthers. A number of notable seniors, including Kaiser artist Scott, who will be the man to return this kick. He brings it out of the end zone, gets across the 20, and he's dragged out about the 22-yard line, where the Panthers will come out led by senior quarterback Kenny Pickett, his third year as a starter, looking to lead the Panthers to the college football playoff for the third straight year. He's had an incredible career for Pitt, one ACC championship already, looking for his second and possibly the Panthers' first national championship victory since 1976, and they get off to a great start here. There's Pickett finding the junior, the Jersey Jet Paul Lease, for a gain of 28. He goes up over midfield, and the Panthers moving the chains already. 1st and 10 for Pickett. He's looking deep for going for Jay Keys, and it's nearly intercepted. Pierre King does a great job coming across to deflect that one away, so it'll be 3rd and 10 now for the Panthers. 5 wide set. Pickett sits in the pocket. He's got a man. That's Caleb Cannon. Mini Gronk there, the redshirt junior, hauling that in for a pickup of 13. New set of downs for Pitt. They stay 5 wide here on 2nd down. Pickett sits there, looks out wide. He's got Keith Onyango, who's getting a bit more playing time with the injury to number 3 receiver Benjamin Ogden. That's a great running catch from Onyango. Dances off a couple of tacklers. The Panthers come to the 14. They give it off. It's CJ London. He's got a hole to the outside. He's got the edge, and he's into the end zone for the 14-yard touchdown. London calling. CJ London into the end zone. Big Ben strikes one, and the Panthers take an early 7-0 lead. Incredible blocking out there on the edge. Jay Ballmer, look at him setting the edge, the Panthers' number 2 tight end. Great block there. And as we look around the country, NC State upsets Louisville. Incredible performance by Hayden, their 3rd-string quarterback. Throws 4 touchdowns in this one and leads them to a victory over Louisville. Elsewhere, you can see Michigan State knocks off Penn State. That's their 2nd consecutive loss for the Nittany Lions. That'll definitely pull them out of the college football playoff picture. And Pitt already has sealed up the ACC Coastal Division. This game won't even need to finish. Well, it will finish, but it doesn't even matter if Pitt wins or not because Miami lost to Virginia, and that means Pitt has earned the ACC Coastal Division crown. But they want to impress some big recruits that are in attendance here. Chris Massey, 3-star defensive end from Connecticut. Calvin Ryan, number 3 defensive end, 4-star defensive end. And Calvin Ryan, the 4-star wide receiver from Ohio, both in attendance and heavily considering signing with the Panthers. Chaz Surratt, though, leading the North Carolina passing attack here. He's got his main target. That's Gerard Wade for a pickup of 11. And North Carolina's across midfield moving the chains now. Under center is Surratt, and he's going to pitch it out to the right. He's got Austin Richard racing out that way. He twirls past a couple of defenders. Jason Jordan, the senior captain outside linebacker, brings him down, sets up 2nd and 5. Surratt, though, back to pass. Plenty of time. He's found a man. That's Marcus Barron. His 2nd catch on the drive goes for 17, and North Carolina is just inching to the edge of the red zone. It's going to be Richard now taking the handoff from Surratt on the read option. Great play there. He picks up 5, and the senior has a nice gain. 2nd and 5. Now they go dual halfback look now for the Tar Heels. Surratt back to pass. He's looking to the end zone. That's a great throw, and it's hauled in by Darryl Brown. 15 yards to the house. What a drive for Surratt. 4 of 4 passing for 61 yards and a touchdown. And just like that, North Carolina has answered the Panthers' opening drive with their touchdown of their own. And they are going to take a look at this, though, and see if Brown got a foot inbounds. Take a look at this one. Are the toes out? I mean, they may be ruled out on the end line there. I think it should be incomplete, but we'll see what the review says. And they are going to call it a touchdown. It's going to stand on the field. North Carolina's got the equalizer, but maybe a bit generous on the call from the ACC video officials there. Paul Lease in motion as Pickett hands off to CJ London. He dances back around a couple of defenders, breaks some ankles, and picks up a nice gain of 9. 3rd and inches now for the Panthers. They go heavy set, 2 tight ends to the right, and they're going to go with London up the middle. Doesn't get a huge gain, but it's just enough to keep the sticks moving. 1st and 10 now for the Panthers. Again, Pickett under center, 2 tight end look. He's back. North Carolina brings the pressure, and he's going to be brought down. Sacked for a loss of 8 is the Panthers senior signal caller. Joe Wilson gets into the backfield and brings him down. 2nd and 18 now for the Panthers. Pickett back. He rolls to his right, evades some pressure, has to dump it off, and he's got C.J. London for a nice gain there. North Carolina bringing the blitz yet again. London picks up about 10 and sets it back to 3rd and 8. 5 wide for Pickett. He's got a man. That's Caleb Cannon on the comeback route there. Great throw from Kenny, just finding his man and letting it rip to get a 1st down. Pickett now. He's got London on the counter. He tries to run off tackle, has nowhere to go there, and loses a yard as DJ Ford brings him down. 3rd and 11 now for the Panthers. They go 5 wide. Pickett, play action. He's back to pass. Looks underneath, and it's nearly intercepted. John Pratt, the nickel corner, jumps the route there as he was intended for Jay Keys, and so the Panthers will be forced to punt the football away to the Tar Heels. Surratt now on play action. It's a read option. He decides to keep it and scramble to the outside. Gets through the tackle of Ronnie Baker, away from 2 other Pitt defenders. It's a huge gain for the senior. Picks up 23 after it looked like he might be brought down for a loss of yards. He turns it into a 23-yard pickup, and North Carolina moves the chains. They go to Austin Richard now on the angle route, and the senior halfback gets 13 and picks up another set of downs for North Carolina. To the Pitt 47 now in plus territory. Richard shakes off the tackle from Chase Pine. He's into the open field, and he's away, and he could go all the way. Touchdown Tar Heels, and the Panthers are behind the 8 ball yet again. They always seem to find a way to get themselves behind, especially very recently. Fell behind, of course, to Georgia Tech a couple of weeks ago and had to play comeback, and they're going to need to do the same thing here against North Carolina as the Tar Heels take a 7-point advantage late in the first quarter. Great run there by Austin Richards. We look around the country, a huge upset. Harper throwing for 3 touchdowns leads Baylor to an upset victory over number 4 TCU. They fall to 8-2. Brennan Wooten, not his best game as he looks to potentially win a Heisman. TCU loses, and that means Pitt will surely be moving up should they come away with a victory here. Pickett throws it to his junior tight end Antonio Greer, short gain of 5. It'll be 2nd in that amount right now, and it's Pickett going to keep it himself on a read option, fights his way forward. The senior will not go down with a fight, that's for certain. He picks up 9, and the Panthers move the sticks. 5 wide set for Pitt now. Pickett's going to hand off to Paul Lease on a jet sweep. He's found a little bit of a hole. Picks up a nice gain of 7 as the clock winds down and takes us to the end of the opening frame of football here. Senior night at Heinz Field. Pitt trailing North Carolina 14-7. So the Panthers open up the second quarter here. 2nd and 3 for Kenny. He sends K.J. Welsh in motion. Pickett looks across the middle. He's got K.J. Welsh for a big gain. Pickett throws it on a dime there. Fits it through the eye of a needle. What a great throw. Welsh hangs on and picks up a solid pickup. Pitt into plus territory. It's going to be London now on the misdirection. Gets a great block. Look at the hit from Antonio Greer. And C.J. London is off to the races yet again. Touchdown Panthers. What a couple of blocks here. I'll tell you what, he was hit as hard as a Bobby outside Buckingham Palace. Antonio Greer with an incredible pancake, and then John Cooper, the center, knocks down another man, and C.J. London looking like an absolute king right now into the end zone. His 2nd touchdown of the day, and Pitt's found an equalizer. Surratt's going to scramble away from a couple Panther defenders yet again. Great stand-up tackle from freshman Scott Whaley to bring him down, though, but he's got a 1st down. Look at Surratt showing off that ability to just evade some tacklers, and Austin Richard just showing the pure strength as he steamrolls over Avery Heller and picks up 14 once he's eventually dragged down. 1st and 10 now. Surratt on the screen over to Akeem Reed, and he's going to be smacked down by Damian Vector, who jars the football loose. It'll be 2nd and 10 now for the Tar Heels. Surratt back to pass. He's going to scramble off to his left. He's got plenty of room forward there. Avery Heller comes up and lays a big hit on him, but he does pick up a solid chunk of 5, makes it a manageable 3rd and short here. Surratt back to pass. Panthers bring the blitz. He's got a man over the middle. That's Smith. Kaiser Artis Scott not able to track him down, and Steve Smith is into the end zone, 33 yards to the house, and Chaz Surratt looking absolutely surgical right now as North Carolina retakes the lead. And we take a look at some more interesting scorelines around the country. Oregon leading Washington at Autzen Stadium 14-7. If the Ducks could get a win here, that means a Pitt victory would likely put them back into the top 5 as we move towards the end of the regular season here. Pitt, of course, one final game to play. That'll be against Miami next week in Coral Gables. Pickett back to pass. He's going to look out wide. He's got Paul Lease coming across the middle, and he's got enough for the first down. Needed 5, got 8. New set of downs for the Panthers now. Pickett back to pass. He's going to look over the middle. It's Jay Keys on a mid-screen. That's Keys' first catch of the day. It's not often that it takes into the second quarter to get Jay Keys the football, but they do it there for a pickup of 6. 2nd and 4 now for the Panthers. Tight set for Pickett, who's in the shotgun. Looks over the middle. He's got Jay Keys there on a crossing pattern. He's got first down yardage. Panthers move the chains yet again. First down. 4 wide set for Pickett. He's going to hand it up the middle to CJ London. He goes off tackle, picks up about 8. He's been churning very, very strong for Pitt. He's coming off 3 straight 100-yard performances, and he's looked very, very good to start this game. He's got 2 touchdowns already, and that's going to be Pickett scrambling for a first down. Great job just to tuck it, not risk turning it over, and picks up a first down for the Panthers now. Kenny back to pass, looks, he's got Jay Keys, hangs on through traffic, and picks up a manageable gain of 7. It'll be 3rd and 3 now. Keys subs into the backfield alongside Pickett, who's back to pass, and he's going to look for that man, Jay Keys, his 4th grab of the drive. They've all been under 10 yards, but they've been instrumental in keeping the sticks moving and keeping the drive alive for the Panthers. It's going to be Keys now. He goes up the middle, gets a great block from CJ London, and that's a 15-yard carry for the Panthers sophomore sensation. One of the favorites for the Bolitnikoff as it stands right now. Gets a nice gain there, running the football instead, and Pitts into the red zone. It'll be 2nd and 5 now for the Panthers after a London 5-yard grab. Pickett's back to pass. Pressure coming from the Tar Heels, and he's going to be brought down. They brought the blitz, and the Panthers did not leave enough guys in to block. Desi Stanley drags down Kenny Pickett. It'll be 3rd and 18 now for the Panthers. Pickett back to pass. Tar Heels rush 4. He's going for the end zone looking for Jay Keys, but KJ Sales deflects it away, and so it'll be 4th and 18. And senior kicker Jay Bump, so reliable this year, likely to win the Groza Award as best kicker in the country, steps up, knocks that one through the uprights, and Pitt makes it a 4-point game here late in the first half. Austin Richard goes on a counter there for a short gain of 1. It'll set up 2nd and 9 for the Tar Heels as they change the play at the line. Surratt back to pass. Good blocking as the Panthers bring pressure. They go outside to Marcus Barron, but Scott Whaley hauls him down. 3rd and 2 coming for the Tar Heels. Surratt, he's going to hand off up the middle. It's going to go to Richard, and the Panthers join together. That's a Darion Mitchell, the sophomore linebacker, making a huge stop. Pitt is able to get the football back with a minute and a half to play here in the opening half and can potentially take the lead. That's Jay Keys on the comeback, making the grab there, gets first down yardage, his 5th catch of the day. And Keys now in at quarterback. Little wrinkle thrown by the Panthers. It's going to be CJ London taking a handoff there from Keys, and he goes nowhere. Loss of 2. The clock is ticking on the Panthers as it sets up 3rd and 12. Pickett back to pass. He's going to look to the corner. It's Antonio Greer who's looking for, but KJ Sales there yet again. His 3rd deflection of the half, and the Panthers will punt the football away. So North Carolina, with 2 timeouts, has a chance to potentially get into scoring range. They go underneath to Marcus Barron here for a gain of 7. Call a timeout. It'll be 3rd and 1. Tight formation for Surratt in the shotgun. He's going to look across the field, and that pass is dropped and will fall incomplete, harmless to the turf. So Pitt will get the football back one more time. It's going to be Kaiser Artis-Scott back to return the punt. Can he do something dangerous with this? The speedster, he dances around a couple of Tar Heels. He maybe could have had the edge if he went to the left there. He might have taken that one to the house. Instead, he cuts it up the middle. It's still a good gain of 21. So Pitt, 7 seconds to play with 3 timeouts. Pickett goes over the middle. Paul Lee, short gain, picks up only 4, but the Panthers will use their first timeout. That'll give them one opportunity potentially to throw it for the end zone. We know Pickett's got a strong arm. Let's see what he can do here. North Carolina brings pressure. It's picked up. Pickett looking deep. Keys has got it. He shakes off a tackler. He could go. No, he's going to be pushed out of bounds at the 12-yard line. What a play there. Kenny Pickett. Jay Keys made an incredible grab. Shook off the North Carolina defender, looked like he was on his way to the end zone, and the Panthers just couldn't set up the final block. Keys doesn't have the best breakaway speed, and he was dragged down trying to find the end zone there. Pitt, 304 yards of offense here in the first half, and yet they trail 21-17. A great performance, though. The defense just needs to improve in the second half if Pitt wants to come away with a victory here on senior night. So we bring you back to Heinz Field, set to get the third quarter underway. UNC will start with the football, looking to extend their advantage, currently leading Pitt 21-17. It's going to be Chaz Surratt scrambling on first down, evades one tackler. He's yet to be dragged down behind the line. He does an incredible job beating that original rush and getting positive yardage for the Tar Heels. He looks underneath to his senior tight end, Garrett Walston, hauls that one in for a gain of 7. Walston had a big game against the Panthers last year, 7 catches and a touchdown. As Surratt goes to Austin Richard, now great blocking out to the right-hand side. He fights through one, eventually is brought down by Kaiser Artis Scott, but he does pick up first down yardage for North Carolina. It's going to be Surratt going to Richard, off tackle again. He dances past Jacob Laughlin, fights through that arm tackle, and that's a pickup of 16 for Richard, who's been rumbling very efficiently for North Carolina so far today. 103 yards on just 8 carries for the senior, but he's not going to add to that total. He loses 4 there. Damian Vector does a great job cutting him down behind the line of scrimmage. Second and long now for the Tar Heels. They go to junior halfback Sam O'Donnell there for 5 yards to get a bit back on a draw play. 3rd and 9 now from the 35-yard line. Surratt back to pass. He's going to look. He's got a man. That's going to be Brown, and he's going to be into the end zone for the touchdown. All of a sudden, North Carolina breaks things wide open. Surratt finds Brown on the streak. He got behind the press coverage of Kaiser Artis Scott, and he's into the end zone. Pitt now trailing by 2 scores, 28-17, and they'll need a dramatic comeback here to draw ahead and keep their hopes for the national championship alive. We know they'll be in the ACC championship game. They decide to throw a wrinkle in here. It's Jay Keys in at quarterback. They run a tricky formation there as KJ Welch goes in motion. They end up pitching it to him for a 5-yard gain, so a nice completion there from Jay Keys. Pickett back to pass on 3rd down. He looks. He's got a man. That's Antonio Greer on the seam route right up the middle of the field. Splits the safeties and goes for 24 yards and a first down. Pitt looking to counter North Carolina quickly here as Pickett finds his man again. That's Antonio Greer. Great little angle route there. He hauls that in for a gain of 6. Sets up 3rd and 2. Paul Lease goes in motion for the Panthers to the left side of the formation. London to the right. Pickett's going to keep it himself on a read option. Great blocking on the edge from Jay Keys, and Kenny's going to be pushed out of bounds after a gain of 16 inside the North Carolina 10 down to the 8. Dual tight end look for Pickett. He's going to roll that direction. Looks for Greer, and it's deflected away. Good defense there by Pierre King to knock that one away. 2nd and goal now for the Panthers. Keys in the backfield as Pickett runs a triple option, but it's defended perfectly by the Tar Heels. Pickett's going to be dragged down behind the line. Loss of a yard. It'll be 3rd and goal now. 5 wide set for the Panthers. Pickett making some changes. He's back. 3-man rush from the Tar Heels. Kenny rolling out. Looks back. Finds a man. It's Jay Keys, and he's into the end zone. The sophomore sensation strikes again. Kenny Pickett finds his favorite target, Jay Keys, for the touchdown, and the Panthers bring it back to a 1-possession game, and they're going to go for 2 here to try and make it 28-20. They could go for 2 here to try and make it 28-25. Instead, they decide to just kick the extra point, 28-24 North Carolina here midway through the 3rd quarter. But Jay Keys, another touchdown to add to his resume, potentially making him a sophomore Biletnikoff Award winner, just like Larry Fitzgerald and Antonio Bryant for the Panthers before him. It's going to be Austin Richard up the middle there, fights through the arm tackle of Avery Heller, and another great first down. North Carolina 160 yards on the ground today as they continue to pound it up the middle on the Panthers. Chaz Surratt's going to scramble this time, and he's got nowhere to go. Ronnie Baker is going to bring him down in the backfield. The Panthers finally bring down the elusive Surratt, and he is sacked for a loss. 3rd and 12 now for the Tar Heels, and they're just going to set up a screen. It's going to be Sam O'Donnell out wide. Sean Wolfgang tries to corral him down. He knocks the ball loose, but O'Donnell goes for first down yards. A huge conversion on 3rd and 12 for the Tar Heels as they go up to Austin Richard. Now he dances around off tackle, picks up 11. He's up to 122 yards on the ground today, and it's going to be 2nd and 10 now for the Tar Heels. Play action pass. Surratt looking towards the end zone. Double coverage, and it's going to be intercepted. Scott Whaley takes that football away and is going to return it back all the way to the 24-yard line. Surratt just decided to go for it all there. I don't know if he felt a bit of pressure up the middle and just threw it up, but right into double coverage. Whaley undercuts the football, grabs it for the Panthers, and they have an opportunity finally to go in front in this particular contest here, and they're going to start with C.J. London. The junior's been so impressive so far today. Goes up the middle for a pickup of 6, setting up 2nd and 4 now. Kenny rolling out to his right, makes plenty of space for himself, then throws back across his body. He's got Keith Onyango on the crossing route, picks up 8, and it's a first down as he found the redshirt freshman there. 1st and 10 now. It's London. London takes the handoff, loses a pair there as he was gutted right up the middle. Cody Jones came right through the gut and dragged down London for a big loss. 2nd and 12 now. Pickett back to pass. He's going to look deep trying to find a man. What a catch! KJ Welch with one of the catches of the season. Kenny just had to throw it up. He was feeling the pressure, saw his man one-on-one, and KJ Welch incredibly gets a foot down, hauls in that catch, and it's a gigantic 32-yard gain for the Panthers into North Carolina territory, where they're going to hand off to C.J. London for a nice pickup of 8. Todd Sibley now will come in for London here, take his first handoff of the day. He's got a nice gain as he bounces off a tackler, picks up 4, moves the chains. Pitt trailing 28-24, but driving, looking for the go-ahead score as we start the 4th quarter on the Pitt Panthers Football Network. So Pitt with a first down following that Todd Sibley run. An incredible catch earlier on this drive by KJ Welch. They have a trips formation, bunch to Pickett's left. Instead, he's going to look underneath to Jay Keys there. Fights through one tackler. Solid pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. They got 4 wide receivers to the narrow side boundary to Pickett's right. Instead, he's going to look over the middle for KJ Welch, who was the solo receiver to the wide side of the field. Wide open there. Picks up 10. And it's going to be 1st and goal for the Panthers. Jay Keys in at quarterback. We know what's coming here. He tries to fight through one tackler, but a gang of Tar Heels brings him down there short of the end zone at the 1.5-yard line. Pickett now going to try and keep it on 2nd and goal. He's knocked down at about the half-yard line. Can't get in. So it'll be 3rd and goal for Pitt now. They spread things out. Pickett in the shotgun. 3 wide set. Keeps it himself on the read option. He's into the end zone. And senior leader Kenny Pickett says he is not going to end his career at Heinz Field this way without a victory. He's into the end zone for the touchdown. Look at him just shedding a Carolina defender as he goes in for the touchdown. Pitt takes a 31-28 lead. Their offense clicking on all cylinders right now. North Carolina, though, has been very impressive against this Pitt defense so far, so we'll see what Surratt can do. He looks on the RPO there, decides to keep it and make the throw, finds Garrett Walston across the middle, pickup of 11, and a first down. They hurry back to the line. Surratt fakes the screen. He's maybe going to look deep. Tries to scramble away, but Scott Whaley comes in. He's already got an interception. Now he adds a sack to his tally. Troy Polamalu-esque. I'm telling you, that's why he wears number 43. It's his idol, and he's looking just like him. And Surratt's going to go down. That's going to be Sean Wolfgang, his first sack of the day, as he continues to chase NCAA immortality, getting very, very close to that 44 sack record of Arizona State's Terrell Suggs. He's got one there, and Surratt goes down for the loss. 3rd and 24 now for the Tar Heels. He almost gets brought down again. Instead, chucks it out wide. That's Gerard Wade who hauls it in. Picks up 15, but great deep coverage by the Panthers. They gave up the underneath and just made sure North Carolina couldn't get first down yardage. So Kenny Pickett, 300 yards and a touchdown on the day, and he's going to need to do it now without his number 1 halfback. C.J. London has been ruled out for the rest of the game with a foot injury. Remains to be seen how that will affect him going forward into next week, but he will miss the remainder of this game. And so Todd Sibley, the man who was starting for the Panthers for much of this season, he's been very maligned in the last couple of weeks, will be out now alongside Kenny Pickett in the Panther backfield. And Pickett's just going to do it through with his arm himself. Finds KJ Welch on the comeback. 5th catch for 83 yards for Welch on the day. He's been incredible filling in on the outside where Benjamin Ogden typically plays. It's going to be Sibley now on the handoff. He goes off tackle, spun down to the ground after a pickup of 5. 3rd and 6 now for Pitt. Welch is going to go in motion. Pickett back. He's going to roll to his right to try and create some space. He nearly tries to find Sibley, but he's going to be roped down by Joe Wilson there. He can't find an open receiver, and North Carolina will get an opportunity to either tie the game or take the lead here with under 4 minutes to play. Richard goes up the middle for a gain of 6 before Avery Heller drags him down. 2nd and 4 now. Surratt back to pass. Pitt brings the pressure, but he's able to offload it to Garrett Walston, and the senior gets a nice gain of 13. Moving the chains for the Tar Heels out to their own 40-yard line as the clock continues to tick. Surratt looks underneath. He's got a man. That's going to be Brown, Robert Brown this time. picks up a gain of 7, and the fullback gets a nice pickup there, setting up 2nd and 3. Surratt now back to pass, looks over the middle. He's got Akeem Reed there before he's leveled by Avery Heller there across the middle. First down yardage for the Tar Heels into Pitt territory now, getting close to field goal range here. It's going to be Sam O'Donnell up the middle. Sean Wolfgang eventually drags him down from behind. Gain of 5. 3rd and 5 now for the Tar Heels. They send a tight end in motion. Surratt back to pass. Pitt brings the pressure. They go underneath to Williams, and Barry Williams is going to be forced down. Jason Jordan comes up and lays the wood on him. No gain. It'll be 4th and 6 for the Tar Heels. This should be a 51-yard field goal. They do have a very good kicker, but it's going to be even longer now. A false start. Pitt and their boisterous home crowd here on senior night forces North Carolina into a false start. It's going to be a 56-yarder now. That kick is up. It's got the distance, but it's going to be off to the right. Pitt still in the lead with an opportunity to run out the clock and move into the top 5 as Washington falls to Oregon. Russell with a great game there for the Huskies, but Sam Miller, the senior quarterback for the Ducks, 4 touchdowns, including 189 yards to his top receiver, Wallace, for a huge performance. And Oregon does Pitt a fantastic favor as the Panthers might get back into the top 5, or will certainly get into the top 5 here if they can withstand the comeback effort from the Tar Heels. And it's going to be Sibley there. He's got first down yardage. North Carolina now just 1 timeout. Pitt could get very close to running out the clock here. It's going to be Sibley now on first down. He dances around a couple of defenders, fights through some tacklers. Very hard running from the redshirt junior. Picks up 6 there to be 2nd and 4 now. Final timeout used by North Carolina. Lease in motion. It's going to be Sibley. Dances off of 1 tackler. Spins forward. That's going to do it. First down yardage for the Panthers. And they are going to run out the clock. Kenny Pickett, victory formation for the senior in his final appearance at Heinz Field. And it's a dramatic come-from-behind victory, trailing all day, 28-17 at one point. And senior quarterback Kenny Pickett, 2 touchdowns, over 300 yards of offense. He would not be denied, and the Panthers come from 11 points down to win 31-28, clinch the ACC Coastal Division title, and keep their hopes for a college football playoff berth alive as they go to 10-1. They'll play Miami next week, and then Clemson, who's already clinched the berth in the ACC championship game, likely with the winner to potentially make the college football playoff, provided neither team gets upset in their final regular season game. Incredible victory for the Panthers. Thank you so much for watching. As always, guys, hail to Pitt. We'll see you very, very soon. Big victory for your Panthers here over North Carolina, 31-28. We'll see you very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.